Good morning. Good morning. It is 8:18 a.m. Thursday. Just now leaving for work. Meaning I'm gonna be early, but it's okay. We're back. We've got a coffee. The straw looked funny before. Got in my little tumbler, my grocery outlet tumbler, with my nut pod creamer. Delicious. Seriously though, so freaking good. It's already my second coffee of the day, I'm not gonna lie. I have not been sleeping well. Loki, yesterday night. Last night was a little bit better, but yesterday night, holy bro. I swear I had like night terrors again. Which is crazy. Anyways, little update. Doing all right. Before I get into this topic, I think my topic today is going to be overstimulation again, because I've just got updates on it. But yeah, I'm doing all right. This is random, but I'm literally totally believing this one conspiracy that chapstick actually has like microglass in it. I sound crazy right now, but like, I have been using chapstick like crazy recently. I think I started like one day at work, I think, because it's kind of dry in my office. In the office, it's like pretty dry air because it's like lots of AC. They just pump AC. And I was like, oh, my lips are kind of chapped. And I just did a little, boom. And then I was like, or not immediately, but like 10, 15 minutes later, I was like, holy crap, like I need to already reapply. And then like, at the end of the day, I was like, holy crap, like my lips are so chapped. I don't want this to be another yawning episode, but it might be. Yeah, I was like, my lips are so chapped. And slowly over time, I've noticed I literally have cuts. I have 2 little cuts on this side of my lip, or my mouth. And I don't know where could they have come from? I'm not like eating sharp food. I don't know where those could have come from, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's like splitting, like the skin is splitting, but I'm like, if it's doing that, but I'm using so much chapstick. I've gone through like 2 tubes of chapstick in the last like month and a half that this has been happening, but only within the last like week I've noticed that like I got little cuts, and I'm like, maybe that's why it's been happening. But I also think like if they're literal cuts, like maybe chapstick isn't the best, because it's, wow, this is so boring, nobody would listen to this. If it is like literal cuts, like I feel like chapstick would only stop it from healing while it's on there. You know what I mean? Like it's like jelly, it's like lotion, or it's like filling the gap that needs to heal. I don't know. I'm not trying to make some metaphor out of that too. I just like, anyways, I totally am believing that that one conspiracy theory that I've heard before. I don't know if it's a popular conspiracy theory. I kind of don't think it is. But I think I just like whatever, some professor or something once was like, I have this conspiracy that chapstick, they actually have little fiberglass in it, which keeps you reapplying, which makes you need chapstick more. Anyways, totally believe that right now, because I have been a chapstick fiend. I've been applying it 100 times a day, like unironically. Like I will like go like 15 minutes and be like, but it's also becoming like a little bit of a tick, I think. Like I'm kind of just like doing it because I like need something to do. Helps me grab something on my back, which makes me feel like grounded. I don't know. Anyways, now that we're 6 minutes in and I'm already like saying, just got all the normies are out, you know. This episode is actually about, what's it about? Oh yeah, overstimulation. I actually don't know what the title will be, but yesterday I went on a walk and was able to listen to music and not hear a million different things at once when doing so. Like that was like the first time I felt a regular level of stimulation while listening to music. I'm dead serious, in like 9 months, like 10 months. Like that's the first time I almost think like yesterday, like almost convinced me that I have had schizophrenia because yesterday felt so peaceful in my mind during that walk. I think what usually happens is holy crap. I think what usually happens is I go on a walk and, you know, there's a lot on my mind and, you know, I'm already kind of stimulated, been doing stuff, whatever. I usually go on a walk and I'm like, it's loud outside, so I'll be like, okay, I'll put on some music and oh my god, the yawn. I'll put on music and I just don't like listen to it, you know? I don't pay attention to what I'm listening to. It's kind of just like noise. Sometimes I'll be like, this goes hard, you know, like this is like a good, you know, but like I wouldn't like listen to the music. But yeah, I don't know, yesterday felt different. I felt like, oh, this is what a normal level of stimulation should be. I was just felt good. I felt like I could pay attention for the first time in forever. I felt like I was comparing it to everything else. I was like, wow, do I usually, like, I feel like I usually just have like all these voices in my head, like literally like, going crazy whenever I listen to music, like just because it's like, I don't know, like maybe the walks are supposed to be like times that I just like think through things, you know, like because my days are so freaking packed with stuff. I like pack them so full, and if they're not packed, then I do the packing. Like I like make sure every single like freaking minute I'm doing something. And like, you know, like in a literal sense, like if I'm not, then I will be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I don't have to, if I don't have to work or something, I will be the one that goes like, oh, well, I guess I'll just sit here on my phone and like scroll because I have nothing to do right now. And then, but that scrolling is like more noise, you know, like that's like more stuff that's going into my brain instead of just like leaving that moment to think and process and like just catch up almost. Yeah, but what happened, so what usually happens is like I'll go, you know, I do always have that block of time set aside, which is the walk, and I think my brain is like, well, okay, we're finally doing something that you're not just like staring at a device during this time, so that's great. Let's think, and whether that's with music or not, you know, like, let's think. And the music, I think, like, makes it harder to think. But I never get time to just be, you know? Because, like, even the walks usually are not times to just be, because I'm using them to think or to drown out. No, when I'm listening to music, I'll just drown out noise, or I'll sometimes listen to a podcast or an audiobook or whatever. But yesterday was different. Because I think it might have been because I went on 2 walks. This might be the new move, which isn't really plausible for most of the time. But I went on a walk first thing in the morning. Well, it wasn't like early, because I stayed in bed late. But I went on a walk when I woke up, or after. But first, coffee. It's really good. I went on a walk when I first got up, and on that walk, I kind of like let myself low-key freak the fuck out, and I do think I might have some level of like schizophrenia or something, because like I low-key just be talking to myself, talking to voices, like having conversations with people. Oh my gosh, that guy's going quick between cars. Gosh, I just got freaking off track. Anyways, I don't think I actually have schizophrenia. I'm not self-diagnosing, but in a very real way, like, I low-key go crazy sometimes on my walks, and I just, like, will talk to myself, and, like, I don't know, like, I, like, can't control the level of voices in my head very well. And sometimes, some days, it's just insanely ridiculous how many voices are in my head. But yesterday, the voices stopped for an hour because I let them go for 2 hours in the morning. And then I did I think just the rest of my day was just like a normal level of stimulation. You know, it was actually kind of nice. I came home, made some food, or I like marinated some chicken. I like prepared some food for later, and then, you know, heated up a lunch, and then got to worked on stuff for a while. And I think when I was working, I usually I wasn't on task the entire time, to be honest. Like, no need to lie here. Like, I did get distracted many times, but also, like, I got a lot done in a pretty quick amount of time. And while I was working, I'll sometimes, like, have, like, YouTube playing. This is so embarrassing, but, like, sometimes I need that. But, like, I did not do that this time. I just had a video of a stream, like a river playing, just like on my other like monitor. I just had like a river, and then I had some like really chill ambient music, and I just like the river was like at like 2 or 3% volume, I think, and the ambient music was at like 5 or 6% volume, and then I was just editing my videos, and I got a lot done and finished all the work that I needed to for the week. That's not true. I have more, but I finished all of that specific job. And yeah, I think it was just like a normal level of stimulation. I wasn't going crazy. I was drinking a lot of water, which is good for me. Ate healthy food. You know, brain healthy, you know, like ate protein and stuff that I knew I needed to have the strength to get through my day. And yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. Anyways, but then yeah, after that, so I went on my walk in the morning, let the voices go crazy. Gosh. Yeah, I like literally let the voices go. No, I'm not trying to like literally sound like a schizophrenic, but I did, in a very literal way, like usually my walks, like I haven't been listening to music recently on my walks, because I just kind of like, if I'm listening to music, then I can't let the voices go, and then I go crazy at night. But so I haven't been listening, so I can kind of just think. And you know what? I've noticed that the time goes by the same amount, it's like same speed. And sometimes on the walks, you know, the voices just like stop. And like, I need to stop saying that they're voices, because it's really not a 24/7 thing. I'm really not trying to sound like crazy. But like, maybe I'll just say the thoughts, because it just like lets me think. Like without music, it lets me just fully think and be present. And sometimes, depending on the circumstances of the walk, like if it's like a beautiful sunset, I'll be like, or something, like I'll be like, wow, this is really nice, because I have nothing on my mind right now. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll go weeks without that happening though, and I'll still like be not having music or anything on my walks, and I'll just, because I think I just have that much stuff to freaking think about. But anyways, so I did my normal walking routine that morning, except for I stopped at the grocery store, which is good. Made my walk even longer. I, walked for 2 hours and had no headphones in, just walked, and kind of had crazy thoughts. It was not peaceful. Loki was chaotic in my mind. Like, it was even more chaotic. Like yesterday, usually I would say the walks are just a place for me to have thoughts. Yesterday, it wasn't just thoughts, it was voices. It was like schizophrenic voices. Sorry, I feel like I'm exposing myself, but I'm also not trying to like lie. Again, I don't think I actually have schizophrenia. I think it's just like the way that I hear my thoughts and stuff, but I always do it through like conversations with other people, and so like I'll have like people in my head that I have conversations with. I don't know, this has like low-key always been a thing, but it's developed and changed over time. And anyways, I let the voices and the thoughts go crazy for 2 hours in the morning, did my normal amount of work, and then by the evening, my walk was so beautiful because I didn't have to freaking process a billion bajillion things. You know what all I had to process was? Oh, this song was really good. I actually really like this song. I'm gonna add this to this playlist. Oh, you know what? I like this band. I like this artist. I'm gonna follow them. See what else they have. Oh, you know what? Like, I should listen to this album and this album because I've liked 3 of these songs that came on this shuffle. I bet I would like the album. I'll screenshot it and listen to it later. Like, that was the first time I went on a walk and had nothing else on my mind. Yesterday, that might be the title of this. Yesterday was the first day in 10 months or something that I went on a walk and had nothing on my mind. Like, it was crazy. Like, is that what people, like, do people walk through life like that? I don't think they do. I think this is, like, my human experience. It must be more normal than I think it is. Because everyone surely has thoughts all the time. Everyone is overstimulated, right? Like, this can't just be me. This can't just be me that's, like, always freaking overstimulated, always thinking. Like, the norm cannot be what yesterday was for me, right? For, like, everyone. I'm gonna believe that I'm not crazy, and that isn't norm for anyone, including me. Because my mind was at so much peace, a level of peace that I don't even know if I've felt that level of peace in years or something. It was just a beautiful, like, wow. And don't get me wrong, I had thoughts on that walk. I had thoughts about a bunch of different things. But you know what they were? It was like a little star blinking. It was like, And then I just, like, continued to, like, listen to the song and, you know, observe the surroundings, feeling. It was like a perfect culmination of time, weather, like, because it was sunset, but it was like I left like 45 to 50 minutes before, maybe an hour before sunset, and then walked until a little bit after sunset. I was like an hour, 10-minute walk or something, 70 minutes. Plus, it was like a little bit crisp, but still warm. So I was wearing really comfortable clothes. I was wearing like this loose shirt that just feels like really good. And I was wearing a pair of shorts because it had been hot earlier. And it's like, again, like my most comfortable pair of clothes. Yeah, it was like literally my most comfortable pair of shorts and my most comfortable shirt. I was wearing both of those. Total comfort. And then, yeah, I just had like the perfect music on too, because I like played these new songs, or I listened to the new Caroline track, which is a band that I like, because they released a single yesterday called Coldplay Cover. I listened to that song and I was like, this is good. And then it was like a waterfall single, so I listened to the other two singles that have come out for their album that's coming out. Loki, I think, is coming out like next week or this week. Oh my gosh, it might be coming out today. Shoosh. Sheesh. Okay, well, that's fun. Might go on another walk tonight. Listen to that. I'll maybe update you. But yeah, I listened to their music, and then the next song, you know how Spotify does like radios or whatever? It just started that, and started a radio of those 3 singles. They started playing music. I was like, wait, this is kind of good. I was like, I had a plan. I was gonna shuffle a playlist of mine that, like, I think would have been fine for me to listen to that, but because it was like kind of a more mindful playlist. It's like a slower and more interesting songs, more meditative, more thought-provoking, things that I can really unpack. And that I was like, I could already feel myself when I left for my walk. I was already feeling myself feeling like really good, and I was like, I'm gonna capture this feeling, and I think like the walk would be perfect right now. It would be a perfect level of stimulation, because I had finished my work, and I was like, man, like it's like only 6:30 or something. I was like, I have so much time. Like, I could lay in bed, or I could like go on another walk right now. And like, I didn't really feel like going to the gym because it was like the worst time to go to the gym. But yeah, I was like, I remember I like went and sat outside for a second, and I was like, it feels really good out here in my backyard. And then I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a walk. So I drank some water, went on, and then left. And I was like, feeling it. And then, so I didn't shuffle the playlist. I kept the Spotify shuffle going, which is also a freaking critique of mine, because Spotify's shuffle, or not even shuffle, but it's just like Spotify recently has been pissing me off. Like, I feel like their level of music recommendations, like what they recommend, has gotten so shitty recently, and it's really disappointing. Like they used to recommend. I used to find like I've found so many of my favorite artists through like Spotify recommendations. Just like Spotify being like, add this song to your playlist, because it's like in the little thing at the bottom. This is a rant, but I'm going with it because this Loki was on my mind too. Actually, I shouldn't be in this lane yet. It used to be so good, and then it would be like the recommended artists. I'd be like, whoa, this guy looks interesting. I'm gonna check him out. It's just so oversaturated now. And Spotify just like recommends like poser artists, and just like all the songs sound the same and just boring. I'm just like, gosh, can we have some freaking creativity? But it's also like there's a level of it that I'm like, I'm not paying attention like the way that I used to. And like, I'm sure if I was really in it with like the music industry and like the current artists and stuff, like I feel like I would feel satisfied with the level of new stuff that I'm listening to. But anyways, finally, for once in my world of Spotify recommendations, I was finally getting recommended new songs based off a Spotify algorithm that were really intriguing to me, because I think it was just because like I was shuffling the right thing. I made a radio for those 3 songs that like were really interesting to me, and it gave me some good artists and songs and stuff, which I'm proud of Spotify for giving me actually good recommendations. But yeah, it was good. Had the right music playing. It was slow, but also like some like dark stuff, but also some like light stuff, and it was perfect because I was building out these playlists for my summer playlist, and I don't know, it felt like appropriate to add a lot of them, and I was just like, wow, this is really nice. And the walk was amazing, the perfect time of day. Yeah, so anyways, I think that's most of what I have to say. I'm 5 minutes away from work, or less than, probably, yeah, about 5 minutes maybe. But that's the video. I feel okay today. I woke up pretty overstimulated, like usual. And I know if you're like, how? Because you just like woke up. It's because I freaking like blast something as soon as I wake up. I also just like freaking slept bad, like I said. Like, I have not been sleeping well. And yeah, like my brain overstimulated me in my sleep. Like, that's crazy. So I woke up kind of being like, you know, like I just woke up like I just fought war, you know, like I just went through a war. Maybe not that bad. That was yesterday though. Oh my gosh, yesterday when I woke up, I was like freaking out. This morning I kind of just woke up being like, so if anyone has an idea about what that's about, let me know. But you know, I'm feeling okay right now. Feel present. I'm glad I recorded this video before work because I feel like it's gonna just like set a good precedent of work today and just, you know, get through my day, have a chill day, and then hanging out with a friend later. I feel like I'm gonna be on track today. I feel like I'm not gonna go crazy with like food or anything. I feel like I'm on like a mindful level of what I'm consuming, what I'm doing with my body. I'm not gonna like walk 10 miles or whatever. I'm gonna just like get home from work, eat some food maybe, and I'm gonna hang with my friend. We're gonna go on a walk. That'll get my steps in. I might even go to the gym today. The thing is, like, I feel like I'm in this mindset right now that I feel like present enough to like figure it out. Like, observe myself today. But anyways, that's my rant about my overstimulation. But actually, it's like a good update for once. It's a good update. Mew in the news is actually not bad. Crazy. No, but for real, I'm happy to be coming in with a good update, not just being like freaking out. I hope you enjoyed listening. If anyone listened. It's already 33 minutes in, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know if anyone sees this part, that you've made it, that you're gonna have a good day. You've made it far in life. You will continue to go far. And if you're having like a crazy day, just go for a walk. Maybe don't listen to music. I don't know. Do whatever feels right. Ask yourself what feels right to you and do that. If it's listening to music, do it. If it's listening to a podcast because that's gonna calm me down, do it. But also, like, make sure you have time to like think. And yeah, if you're having a bad day, remember, the sun will set and then the sun will rise tomorrow in the morning, and you will see the sun once again, and the birds will sing, and it'll be a new day, and you'll hear the birds and you'll see the sun, and you'll have another chance. And if it's not tomorrow, then guess what? It's gonna happen again the next day. So don't stop giving yourself a chance to hear those birds. If you haven't heard the birds today, Go outside. Unless it's dark. But even at night, sometimes there's a few birds at night. But go hear the birds. It helps ground you. You don't want to live a life where you don't hear the birds or see the sun ever. But thank you for listening. Have a blessed day. Peace.